You know, it's for me, it's whatever it takes. You know, I'll do whatever it takes to be able to play basketball and to be able to, you know, help this team, you know, win. You know, I've always, you know, I sit back and think like, man, I didn't win a state championship. I didn't win a national championship. You know, like this is like my last chance to win a championship, and that's always been a dream of mine. So I got to do whatever it takes. You know, I'll do whatever it takes to be able to reach that. So, you know, some things are, you know, out of your hand, but you know, out of my hands. But the things that are, I try to make sure I make sure I check all that stuff off. So that way, if it doesn't happen, I can't sit back and say, you know, if I should have did this, I should have did that. And I think that's what pushes me to continue to, you know, get better, because, you know, I got to make sure at the end of the day when I'm done, I can't say, you know, I didn't do this, didn't do that. You know, I don't like to have regrets, so I try to prepare myself so that way when I'm done, you know, hopefully I do win a championship, you know, hopefully I can have a great seasons, all-stars, but if I don't, I can say, look, I did everything I could, you know, it just was unfortunate. I think the biggest thing I think I've always had to overcome is staying healthy, you know, just to be able to have a conversation and not bring up, you know, a heel or not bring up a growing. And I think that, you know, there's a lot of nights, you know, I go home, and I think that's why I'm so involved in how can I take care of my body, because there's you know, I have a lot of sleepless nights like, man, if I could only be, you know, 100%, you know, I can do this, I can do that. Yeah, so Jay was like, well, you know, I'm asking Jay, like, what can I do that's not going to pound me? You know, so I go jogging. He's like, nah, don't jog yet, because, you know, cement and stuff. So I'm like, he said, you should ride a bike. Because he told me Scottie Pippen used to do it, you know, Brian Grant used to do it, you know. Yeah, so I'm like, well, yeah, you know, I try it. You know, the first day I was like, wow, this isn't fun, you know. I was like, bike riding is not very fun. But if you know, I came back, did it twice, 3 days. I'm like, okay, it gets funner, you know, because first day I did it with him, I'm thinking, okay, we're going to go for a nice little stroll. And you see this, man, he was pedaling so fast, I didn't enjoy not one bit of it. It was like, you know, I get back, I'm thinking, I don't want to do this no more. This wasn't fun. It's probably my funnest time of the day. You know, I mean, I go on a bike ride, and it's down on Maple Valley Highway, and it's like got this bike trail, and it's, you know, there's a river over on this side, and it's almost like that's the time I get to get away from everything. I mean, it's, you know, it's family, you know, it's, I wouldn't say basketball because I'm thinking about basketball, but it's a chance for me to say, you know, I'm riding and I'm thinking about the team. I'm thinking about how, you know, how Greg's going to come back and, you know, we all just hope everybody stays healthy and how we can really be a good team, I think, this year. You know, like you said, you know, it's still maybe a year away, and I'm like, you know, I think we could be good this season. And really just thinking about our team, you know, I think, you know, we got a lot of good players, and I've always been the type to say, you know, I'm almost tired of talking about having good players. It's time to, like, do it now. And it's just is the most excited I've been about a season, you know, since college, you know. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be fun. And just watching the NBA and how it's shaping up, I'm saying, you know, we're people still trying to say, you know, we're coming, but I almost think it's the point of where we're here, you know. I think it's no longer coming. I think we're here now. You know, as a kid, I'd go out in the yard and I'd be 10, 9, 8, you know, and I'll do it for hours. And yeah, and I never, you know, and it's like, how do you play 10, 9, 8 for hours, you know? And I'm thinking, I just always been able to mentally think about the game, and I've always made everything about basketball. You know, it's like if I'm riding that bike and it's, you know, I'm tired, I'm thinking, you can't quit now, you know, can't quit now, because, you know, I'm thinking, oh, Kobe's going harder, you know, LeBron's going harder, and, you know, all those guys in the Olympic Games, and I'm thinking all those guys are in the playoffs, so they're just getting better, and here I am sitting at home, I can't lose a step, you know, that's what I'm thinking when I'm riding. I can't lose a step, can't lose a step, can't lose a step. A lot of guys in the summertime that I talk to that are good players that could be great, they don't push themselves past their expectations. And for me, it's like, if you listen to why Jordan was so great or Magic, it's because they willed themselves, you know. And I'm thinking, man, if, you know, here it is, you know, I'm on this bike and I'm thinking, hey, I can slow down, you know, I don't have to go as fast, you know, I can just, you know, so what, he wins. At the end of the day, you know, I'm still going to, you know, be in the NBA, I'm going to be a starter, you know, and I'm thinking, nah, because it's not about just, you know, the money. I really want to be great, you know, and I think after my first 2 seasons, there is that chance to where I can have a great career, and I'm riding that bike, and I'm thinking, Nah, let me push it. You know, all the best at any sport are competitors. You know, I think if you look at any sport, they want to win anything, and that's no different with me. It doesn't matter if it's a bike ride or if it's walking up a hill. I'm gonna try to win, and I don't. And like my trainer beat me, and I'm thinking, all right, you know, about a week or two, we're gonna race again. And for me, it's like by the end of this summer, I'm gonna be beating you at bike riding, and it's more of a competitive thing. But I think that's just something that's been in me since I was young. But that's what pushes me to get better. It's like it's competitive. You know, I'm watching guys like Chris Paul and Darren Williams, and I'm sitting here like, man, you know, they're in the playoffs, and they're both great players, but I want to be on that level, you know. And I'm watching LeBron and D Wade, and unless you work at it, people be like, oh, you're not going to be on that level. But you know, I think realistically, if I continue to work, you know, that's the level I want to be at. I want to be mentioned with those guys. Woo. Woo. Come on, I'll bargain for today. Woo.
Good work. That last stretch was a monster, huh?
Hell yeah, my lungs is done. When'd you quit?